Hi, good day to every one of us. Today I'm going to talk about the origin of the computer and the person behind this great invention. Well, after the Industrial Revolution, the machine ends and they relied on man called the computer. So it was first invented by Charles Babbage, and he is considered as the father of computer. So Babbage is a son of a wealthy banker, LC, and professor of mathematics at Cambridge University, and died 130 years ago, but uncelebrated and unloved. So Babbage's first invention is what we call the difference engine, which he proposed to Darwin, Brunel, Charles Dickinson, and Mary Shelley, and that the government gave him 17,000 pounds, and that is equivalent to 2 warships. Babbage came up with another design, the difference engine too, but it was unfinished due to the lack of support from the government. So there comes the analytical computer, Babbage's last computer design that remained in paper. So despite that happiness, despite that dreams that never reached its intensity of success, there are two men who rekindled Charles Babbage's dream. It was Alan Turing and Tommy Flowers. So Alan Turing is a talented marathon runner, a mathematician, a military code breaker, and is responsible for cracking the German Enigma code. But the problem is that Turing cannot crack or cannot penetrate is the cipher code, a German impenetrable code. So there comes Tommy Flower, a post office engineer, the inventor of Colossus, the world's first programmable computer, and it is a key to unlock the Lorentz cipher. Flowers worked with Professor Max Newman, and without the support from the government, they were able to build Colossus in just 10 months. And that Colossus contains 1,800 bulbs and can crack the cipher codes in just an hour and sometimes a minute. Genesis then also existed. The world, a universal computer that Turing dreamed about, and it is the world's first modern computer. But the sad thing is that Turing was convicted of homosexuality and committed suicide. So as time went by, and that in the year 1958, silicon chip was developed or was invented. It's the brain for a modern PC, and it is equivalent to 50,000 Colossus. Anything that we have nowadays, any technologies, any gadgets such as the watches, airplane, and even the satellite contain a silicon chip. Anything that we have nowadays. However, in the year 1978, it only did a little things for the government. And only in the mid-80s, it became important or significant, especially for the military and engineers. So as we are going to look back from the industrial age up to now, there's a lot of changes and improvement with regard to computer. We do have nowadays a robot, a human cyborg. Say for example, Professor Kevin Warwick, a human cyborg who planted a chip in his wrist, an AI in order for him to connect and communicate across the world. So despite the changes, despite that brilliant mind, innovative ideas, great skills, computer could come to an end in just one click through EMP or electromagnetic pulse. Anything that contained a silicon chip would stop working. So now I'm going to talk about the basic of computer. What do we mean by computer? Parts of the computer, classification of computer, how do computer connects to another computer, and then binary system, including the binary operation and the conversion. So first, what do we mean by computer? So when we say computer, is a programmable device that can store, retrieve, and process data. So there are different parts of the computer. So first, we do have the input unit, wherein it sends data to the computer, and then the output unit receives data from the computer. Main memory or the storage unit are used for storing, porting, and extracting data files and objects. And then lastly is the central processing unit. It's a part of the computer in which all operations are controlled and executed. And then next we go to a classification of computer. So computer is classified into three. So first, according to types of data being processed. So we do have the what we call the analog computer, digital computer, and then the hybrid computer. So hybrid computer is just a combination of analog and digital computer. And then second is the according to purpose of use. Well, we do have the general purpose computer and then the special purpose computer. And then lastly is according to data processing capabilities. So we do have the microcomputer or the personal computer, the mini computer. Mainframe computer is the largest computer and expensive that can hold hundreds and even thousands of users simultaneously. And then lastly is the supercomputer. It is the fastest and most powerful computer. But how do computer connects to another computer? Of course, through internet. But narrowing it down, we do have the LAN or the local area network, MAN or the metropolitan area network, and then the WAN or the wide area network. So wide area network, for example, is the connection from Luzon to Mindanao. And then lastly is the internet. So when we say internet, it's a global connection that allows the computer system to connect across the world. So let's go to binary system. So binary system, it only uses 2 digits, 0 and 1, 0 for false, 1 for true, etc. But how we are going to convert a binary to decimal, decimal to binary, and then to octal to hexadecimal. So of course, from binary to decimal, say for example, I do have a binary digit of 12. To convert it into decimal, what I need to do is just to divide it by 2. So for example, 12 divided by 2 is 6. Since it has no remainder, I need to put 0 on the right side. And then if it has a remainder, I will put 1. And then so the decimal for the binary digit of 12 is 1100. So to convert it into octal, what I need to do is just to group the digit into 3 and then assign value for it. For example, 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, and then multiply to its corresponding number or value. And then next is same process will go to hexadecimal. The difference is just I will group the digit into 4. So next is the binary operation. So how are we going to multiply a binary digit? So multiplication, same process, normal things that we know about multiplication. 1 times 1 is equals to 1, 1 times 0 is equals to 0, and so on. But different in addition. 1 plus 1, it is not equals to 2, but 1 plus 1 is equals to 10. 11 plus 1 is not equals to 12, but is equals to 100, because 1 plus 1 is equals to 0. Carry 1, and then 1 plus 1, 0, carry 1, and then bring down that 1 is equals to 100. And then lastly is about subtraction. So in subtraction, there's a lot of technique. For example, 1 minus 1 is still equals to 0. 1 minus 0 is equals to 1. But 10 minus 1 is not equals to 9. Because if you borrow from 1, 0 will not become 10. Instead, it will become 2 always. 0 will become 2 always. That's why 10 minus 1 is equals to 1. That's all. Thank you.